Hi guys, I wanted to show you what I've got so far. So the design isn't done, but before I get too much further into it, I kind of want to make sure that I'm going in a direction that you guys like before I start really going for it with, wall coverings and fabrics and colors and all that kind of stuff. I think I mentioned to you before that since we have the black stove and that kind of has to stay, we can't really ignore it. And so I want to kind of work with that and so kind of keep things in blacks and whites and metals and then woods and bring in some pops of color here and there just to kind of work with that. And so this is what I've got so far. So I'll go ahead and show you the kitchen first. Oops, we're in a tight space. So this is the program I use. It's called SketchUp. It's a really cool program. So trying to do, if we can find it, some of those light kind of whitewashed wood floors. If we can find it in kind of a laminate, that will make the most sense just for durability and cleanup and all that kind of stuff. So I thought it would be cool to do a subway tile here, and they have subway tile that's like in sheets and it sticks on the walls. It's not, you don't have to actually grout it and all that stuff. So it's like these sheets of kind of tile stickers. And since it's not a very big space, I don't think it would cost very much. And then having Johnny build like a butcher block top here, and then keeping this little ledge right here just because if things move around it helps things from kind of rolling around. I thought it'd be cool to do one of those magnet strips for knives and all that kind of stuff. And then I love the idea of doing like this forest green color. As you'll see, I'm kind of trying to keep things really bright and open, but then like do pops of color that kind of have that camping feel, but a little bit glamping, a little kind of fancy camping. It is a camper after all. So doing like copper fixtures, if we can find them in the price range, all that kind of stuff. And so I rebuilt these cabinets too, and kind of made them, because before this one and this one were like at different sizes and different depths, and then this was different. So trying to kind of keep it streamlined so it's all the same depth, and then just having these come down a little lower because we've got the vent there, and then hanging some hooks there that you can put mugs, etc. on. These would then all flip up, and I'm playing with the idea of making these glass front. Excuse me. So we'll see about that. And then on the other side too, just kind of rebuilding those and making them match the ones on the opposite side. So I'm still working with fabrics and all that kind of stuff here. Of course, we'll work on some treatments to kind of cover these when we want to. And I haven't picked a fabric for this. Oops, where am I? I'm inside the wall. Hold on. Okay, there we go. I haven't picked fabrics for this little sofa yet, but I thought it might be cool to use like a faux leather on the outside of this part to kind of warm it up, because since we're going to keep the walls white in this room, at least that's what I'm kind of working with right now, bring in some warm textures. And I'm still kind of playing with what I want to do here in the banquette. I thought it'd be cool to have a chalkboard right here, so when you walk in, you can have, I don't know, whatever you want, something for the kids to play with too, and frame it out in some cool like distressed wood. This is my favorite part so far. So I found this really cool wallpaper that I thought would be fun to do in the bathroom. So you see, you're kind of going with this outdoorsy nature camping type theme, and then bringing that that green color in here with keeping all the fixtures and hardware kind of the same. I haven't talked to Johnny about this idea, but I would love, since it's just a small counter, I don't know how heavy it would be. I'd have to clear this with Johnny. But I thought it might be cool to do like a concrete counter right here, and then bring in that tile right there too. And then a big medicine cabinet. So as it is, this kind of is just one cabinet that's in there, and then there's cabinets up here. But I think it makes more sense to just build this wall out and have it fit a medicine cabinet and then just frame it out. And that way, you've got stuff in there, and it, gives you some mirrors, and maybe find a cool piece of art to hang right there. Okay, so then in the bedroom, I found this cool wallpaper. I had a different one in there, but Johnny thought it was too busy. So I found this one that I thought was really neat, kind of, again, that outdoorsy camping theme, but not, too obnoxious. I don't want it to be that either. And it's kind of more neutral. Since it is a bedroom somewhere where you're going to be relaxing and sleeping, I thought, let's keep it fun, but not too in your face. Unless you guys want me to go just a little more outrageous and, you know, pops color and fun, we can totally go in that direction too. And so we built the bunk bed, and this is basically what it would feel like in here. So it does, you know, it's gonna kind of be tight. This is only the way we could fit it in from the top of the bunk bed to the ceiling would only be about 24 inches. So this is going to be for a little person. And Johnny said he would build it in a way that this mattress is kind of like how the one over the cockpit is, where it's kind of built in sections. That way you can take it out easily. Say it's just you guys who, you know, are going somewhere and maybe you want to have this open, you could actually take this whole section out, lift this out, and then you wouldn't have this above your heads if you were just going to be gone, the two of you. And then what I did is rebuilt these cabinets, and I thought it would be cool if we kind of, let's see, let me move these real quick out of the way, to do some pull-out drawers in those. So that way there's a door over it, so it's just easy and simple. Instead of just making it drawers, have a door. And that way these can change eventually too. Like if you ever wanted to just put a hanging rod in there and take these out, you have that option. But then here, so basically these would go halfway back, and then back here you could have a little cabinet that opens too, that if you wanted to have a hanging rod. Trying to maximize the storage for the space. And that's pretty much what we got going so far. I have to figure out what to do with this top part of the window. I'm just thinking, you know, if you're parked somewhere at night where there's light shining and shining in and someone's trying to sleep here, figuring out a way to cover this top little section, that's going to be a bit of a challenge. So I have to think creatively there. And then talked about doing carpet in the bedroom. It's not very much space at all, so it would cost hardly anything to do, but just to bring some softer textures in there, and you know, when you're in the morning on your feet. I don't know if Johnny and Tyrone, if you guys talked about the shower at all, but I think we were talking about just leaving it as is. If we can, I think it might be cool to at least replace the shower head. That would be a whole other big project, you know, redoing the shower. That would, you know, bump the cost up quite a bit, I'm assuming. So if you're okay just leaving that as is for now, and then maybe down the road replacing it, you know, that's something we can talk about. We also talked about there's these weird accordion like doors here and here, just taking those out, and then probably just putting curtains, and then putting a shower curtain as well. Just, you know, bring in more soft textures, and then those things are just kind of ugly anyway. So that's what we got going so far. Let me know. You won't hurt my feelings at all if there's something you don't like, or you don't like certain colors, or you want more colors, or if there's certain patterns, or, you know, things that you guys are thinking that you have a vision for in here. Please let me know, and then we can go from there.